Cryostorm again, but this time it's Inquisition versus Hrud on a planet that is not ice yet, with 6 objectives, 6, 2, 3, 5, 1, and 4, I guess. And then you've got 3 Land Raiders with Crusaders and Death Cults in them, right? Razorback with what? What was the gun? What's the gun on the Razorback? Okay.
Heavy
autocannon thing. It's a heavy bolter? Heavy bolter? Same thing, and it's got acolytes. 2 Valkyries with acolytes, and 3 Inquisitors who are where? Which one's the Warlord? Do they have psychics and all that? Alright, so I've got two Raiders with Cabalites, Bikers, 2 Grotesques, 2 Jet Fighters, 1 Bomber, and a Dark Artisan, and a Succubus as the Warlord. And see if I can seize. Unless you're giving it to me. No. No! Alright, roll the dice to see if the storm has come in. On a 6 it has. No. But it's darn close. That is movement. You had to hold that objective, hold objective 3, and what was the other one? Kill the Warlord.
And kill somebody. So you got 1 extra.
Oh, you got 1 extra for your Warlord trait. Okay, and so movement is done. This is night fighting, so no smoke was popped, and is onto the shooting phase. Did that thing already turbo boost?
Yeah, I think it's done.
Okay.
Right there?
To these guys? I don't even need to jank. Alright, the score. He got first blood by taking this out. Killed 2 bikes, leaving 1. So you're at 1 point for first blood, and then what else did you get? Score the center objective? So you're at 3 points in?
3 points, and I make this card.
So I draw no enemy within, well, it's when we're discarding. 53. I draw 35, 22, and 15. So secure objective 2, which is there. I could do that. Secure objective 5, which is over there. I could do that. And secure objective 1, which is right here. Alright, there we go. So I automatically score one of the objectives because it was have no enemy within 3 inches of number 5. And then this guy moves up to here. Bikes go here. These guys are going to try to charge this Land Raider to take the objective. It holds this objective, falls to there, and that's my entire army at this point. So that's movement. It's on to shooting. Okay, on the shooting phase, I blew up a Land Raider and killed a ton of dudes, but they don't run, even though I did kill their priest. And so we're going to move on to the assaults. My charges, which means I get 1 point for objective 5, and then I hold objective 1, so it'll be 2 points. Night fighting ends. Does the storm come in? Nope. So it's round 2, no storm. And I think I'm gonna drop objective 2. Two flyers, 1 comes in. Drives to there. These guys, that one didn't even move, but oh, did it? Slides over a little bit. It doesn't really matter. So he's there. These guys are walking up. That flyer comes flying on. That's a Vendetta, right? Yes, a Valkyrie, the transport one. The guy drives into the ruins, and psychic phase if you're doing it, but he's the only psyker that's out of a vehicle. 1d1. Yep. What are you doing? I don't know. Well, did you get Hammerhand as his power? Central psychic phase, which nothing happens, and then moving on to shooting, where shooting will happen. This thing's missing a missile, by the way. Okay. All right, in the shooting phase, I lost one of the jet bike squads. There's a Nocturnal Warrior laying down. That thing jinked. They jinked, and that's it. So we're on to charges. All right, he kills the jet bikes, but they did kill 2 guys in the Overwatch, and so point-wise, you got no enemy in your objective 2. Objective 2. There's no one near objective 2.
Objective 6, I got.
You got objective 6?
I don't. What's objective 2 that I have? For some reason I thought it was a 1.
Oh yeah, okay. So currently you're at 5 points. What's the other one? Okay, so 5 points. Alright, so it's my turn. And I'm going to draw Hold the Line. Clear objective 1 and claim drop Gamma, which is control 5 or 6 or both. 6 and 5 is right there. Okay. Here's what we got. Jet fighter. This thing moves to there. It is snap firing because it jinked. Dark Artisan lands here. Grotesquerie lands there. Other stuff is still in reserves, and so it is on to the shooting phase. So in my shooting phase, I hit 7 necrotoxin missiles hit that squad. I only missed once. I left the Inquisitor alive, but that was sad. Should have done more damage. They went to ground, so he's laying down. And these guys failed to do anything. This guy only glances this vehicle. Duke Lacrosse doesn't even want to mark it with a wound after that sad glancing. And they ran. So point-wise, no one's near objective 1. And I hold the line, which is D3 for 3. So I'll actually be 1 ahead of you. 6 to 5. The storm arrives, which means terrain is dangerous. You can't shoot over 36 inches, and shrouded. It's like the old night fighting. So if these guys get out, they have to make dangerous tests. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So roll for each guy separately. So this thing stays where it is. These guys turned around. These guys jumped out. That thing drove to the objective. That thing goes into hover mode. Was that it? He's pinned, so he went to ground. And shooting it is, or psychics, if you're so wishing. Okay, it's D6, 6. Yep. Psychic phase, Scryer's Gaze went off, which gives you what, discard a card and some other stuff. Yeah, all kinds of craziness. Reroll, reserves, and he took a wound and lost prescience from perils, and so we're on to shooting. Shooting phase, you put a wound on a homunculus, and that was the extent of it. So the assaults, you got that one. Huge beatdown combat here where lots of death and destruction occurs. All his crusaders go away, and I lost some grotesques to Death Cult assassins. I don't care that I lost, and it's on to my turn, round 3. What points?
1 point for objective 5.
All right, so that pulls you up to 6.
Behind enemy lines, which is another point, I believe.
7. All right, so he's got behind enemy lines for 1 of these 2, and 1 for, what was it? Objective 5. All right, so I've got clear objective 3, which is that one, and clear objective 4, which is that one. So I'll get clear objective 4. And I got a succubus, she's not coming in, and a bomber, and it is coming in. So he uses the sump to pick it, will not die this turn. Flies to there at the bomber, dropping the bomb here. This thing goes there, this thing flies 12 inches to there, he walks, and we'll see what happens with the bomb. So at the end of the movement phase, he blows up the Land Raider with the bomb, and kills 2 crusaders, and they can't be pinned because they have a priest. And that's the end of movement. So on to shooting. So I took out this Razorback. These guys are pinned, right? And blew that up. Failed to wound the Inquisitor. Failed to take that thing out with the Void Lances, by the way. And so we're on to the assault phase. They assault those guys. Okay, so in the assault phase, we clean these guys up, but lose a few. We failed the charge here, and we're on to scoring. So I now control this objective and that one, because that's a troop unit. I didn't clear objective 3, and objective 4 already was clear. So I get D3 for clearing, for having both 5 and 6. Getting 2, so that's 3 total this turn. So I'll be ahead by 2. Where's that? There's 3. All right, so it is 9-7. Unlike the last game, the snow is not killing dudes, but yeah, but not like last time, which was like whittling down every time we moved. Those guys are pinned, so they stand up. This flyer is right here, so I can shoot 2 of them. That's immobilized. That drove to there. And we're on to psychics. 5. 2. Yep. Okay, so he's got prescience on this squad and 4 warding. What does it give to the units? Or does it boost their other involves? No. Okay. Alright, so there it is. Okay, so in the shooting phase, that got locked velocity, that got locked velocity. That guy jinked, but it doesn't matter, he's locked velocity now anyways. That's his whole point, yeah. And these guys, did they snap fire or anything, or they just hung out? This guy went to ground and made a save. Actually, okay. They hit once. They do not wound. Okay. So moving on to assaults, which you didn't want to charge him, right? For fear you would give up your objective, and so did you score points? You scored points, right? You have objective 4, objective 2, and objective 3?
Die 3.
For which one is that one for?
Holding 3 and 4.
Holding 3 and 4? Okay, so you got 2.
Total 4 this turn.
So you're gonna be ahead of me by 2 points. And it's on to my turn, round 4, so the succubus comes in. Alright, I draw overwhelming firepower. Score objective 5 and scoring units within 12 inches of opposite table edges. Okay, I can do that. Okay, so in the movement phase, this thing rotates. Those guys deep strike in over there. It's in the storm, so one of them takes a wound from dangerous terrain. These things are locked velocity, so they're just flying straight forward, doing nothing of value. This thing is not, so it turns. They're crawled through terrain. They don't move because these guys will be opposed sides. And it's on to the shooting phase where shooting begins. The shooting phase. That thing gets hit by a haywire grenade, survives, and it gets hit with a lance weapon and blows up. This thing gets immobilized by a lance weapon. This squad here is absolutely liquefied by liquefiers and parasite engines and soul siphons. Yeah, and fires fly off and one guy gets better, and I hold 1 objective, 2 objectives. That was it. So I killed 2 units with overwhelming firepower, which only gets me 1 victory point. And I got units within 12 inches of the edges. And I hold objective 5 because I've got a troop on it. So that's 3 points, which will pull me 1 ahead of you at 12-11 at the top of round 5. Yep. There we are. I got no cards left. So he's got to hold, what, 4 objectives? 2 more than me? Is that it? Double mine? Which he was going to drive to there. Turbo boosts after skimming to here. That guy sits where he is. These guys are there. Ooh, they're going to move.
Well, somebody's going to break off.
Someone will. Hey, dude. Good lone dude. And the rest of them just move. Alright, so was that movement? It is. So on to psychics.
Psychics, what do we got here?
Ooh, 5 dice. So in the shooting phase, that blew up, killing 2 guys. This guy got shot with a pistol. He died. I was facing this way so I could shoot that thing. Because I was like that. So I could, yeah. All of that is on tape. Okay, so re-summarizing shooting. That thing blew up, killing 2 guys. This guy gets wasted by the Inquisitor. That thing turbo boosted. And that's it. Alright, so on to the assault. Oh, did that guy rally? Did he rally? He's leadership 6? 7? He's good. So he can Snapfire. He misses. Alright. Unless he's got last gun, then he gets 2 shots. Last pistol. Okay. He's not even a guardsman. Alright, there we go. Slaughters the 3 Nocturnal Warriors of Hrud and scores 3 points. For what is it you got?
Drive them back.
Drive them back, which was
2 plus times 2.
2 times 2. Okay, so we got drive them back. Got
Objective 5.
hold objective 5. You get another point, so brings it up.
It's 5 and 6, but 1 for 5.
You only have 5, yeah.
Can I just switch it to
And you did, so another point. It's quite a lot of points. So that is 16 points to my 12. And what do I get on my turn? I get behind enemy lines, Kingslayer, and claim drop beta, which is control objectives 3 and 4, or 4. So let's see, where's 3 and 4? 3's that thing, and 4 is the one over there. Okay. All right, now covering the movement. These guys fly back in. They both have taken 1 whole point each. Those guys move there. I'm totally failing to get behind enemy lines with 3 units, so the other flyer leaves. These guys are in open terrain. They're in open terrain, and we're into the shooting phase where the succubus is going to try to take out the Land Raider. Okay, I fail on that one. I killed 2 guys, but it looked out, sir. And I rolled 2 1s with void lances. Or not very good. Rolled a 1 with the haywire grenade, and we're on to charges where they charge that Land Raider. Okay. I'm gonna get behind enemy lines, right? And that's it? Probably. Hold on. Alright, so now with these cards. Alright, so we do not get claim drop beta, behind enemy lines, or Kingslayer. And so we're on to the roll. Does the game end? No. Okay.
The torture will continue.
The torture will continue. She's right there. You gotta stay an inch away from me, though.
Unless I tank shock.
Unless you tank shock.
In which case, I can still shoot you.
Not if you tank shock. Because you're gonna move right through me. You can tank shock if you so wish. Okay. So this sits here, that sits there, because he's going to hold those objectives. Inquisitor gets inside the vehicle. And, on to Psychics. I don't know why you rolled 2 dice, but, 4, okay. Alright, in the Psychic phase, he became uber awesome from Perils, and, that was it. Well, and I guess he got prescience off. Alright, and so they're shooting. It is turn 6, and the shooting phase is done. He took a wound, took 2 wounds. There's lots of shooting, and then the assault phase it is. Alright, so he charged my Warlord squad. He rolls a 2 on the psychotropic grenades, which is terrifying. And then he gets 3 points or 2 points? Alright, so 6, 7. A ridiculous number of points. So he's ahead by 7 points, which is insurmountable for me, probably. And it is on to my turn, 6. Alright, so movement. These guys come forward. He hurts himself in the ice storm. They're here. This thing flies on. My other flyers flew off the board because I'm losing so badly. I've got to hope I can kill his Warlord. And I've got to get behind enemy lines and claim beta drop, which is objectives 3 and 4. And yeah, so there we are. Okay. They run. It shoots the gun off that Razorback. They blew up the Land Raider, putting 2 wounds on the Inquisitor. And we are now on to, and one of my grotesques took a wound, and now we're on to the assault phases where the only assault that is here is that one. Okay, so at the end of that turn, does the game end? No. And I won that combat, but he rolled a double 1 to stick around. And did I score any points? No. No, I did not. Yeah, okay. I'm still losing terribly. What do you get this time?
Objective 4.
Objective 4? Objective 6? It's this one.
Blood and guts.
Blood and guts. Something in the assault phase, yep. Okay, so I did forget to do some rolls, so hold on. That guy, he gets better. He does not. And the guy over there, he does not get better. And this guy over here, he does not get better. Alright, so I got 1 wound back. And so movement-wise, you didn't move anything. But you need to hold objective 4 for another point for this terrible defeat. But yeah, alright, so on to shooting. 2 hits. And a glance. Yay. Nope. I can care less. And that is it, because he's in a Razorback with no gun, and that guy is going to charge. So assaults, he charges in.
No, I need to do my psychic.
Oh, psychics. 1 dice.
So I got 3 dice.
You got 3. What do you, prescience. You perils.
How?
Any double within 12 inches of her is a perils. Nothing happens at all, but it went off, and you only rolled 1, right? So I couldn't even deny it. But I mean, psychic dice, I can't deny it. So he's prescienced, and now we're on to the assault phase. Or shooting phase, which you did, and then the assault phase. Okay, so I won that challenge, and then killed everyone in that combat, and consolidate 1 inch. And then you get a point, and so it is my last turn. Okay, the movement, I gotta score like 8 points to win, which is almost impossible. Is flies to here, these guys come flying in, they walk to there, she splits off from them, they go there, and we're on to the movement phase, where this squad runs. Oh, I blew that up. Those guys are gone to ground. And I didn't blow it up, I wrecked it. And then we're gonna do a charge where I fail. And even if I reroll, I fail. So yeah, so I'm gonna get point-wise, I'll get behind enemy lines. For 2 points! So this is just depending on how badly I lose. And that's it. Oh, well, and I can control objective 3, so it gives me another point, so it's 3 points. That crashes and burns. I didn't get Kingslayer. And then I get Linebreaker, and you get Linebreaker, so that's irrelevant. And so the game is over.